Morning, America. Today is the day we're going to put the van up for sale. Thought I'd give you guys the opportunity, since you're viewers, maybe somebody might want to buy it. It's a, if nobody wants to buy it, then I'll take it down to the local dealership and sell it. But I thought I'd give you guys the first shot at this if anybody's interested in it. It's a 2015 Ford Transit. I think they call it an XL or whatever. It's the longest chassis, the longest wheelbase, the highest roof, and it's a T350. It means it's a 1-ton. It has the dual tires on the back. It's got 53,000 and some change, 53,170 I think right now, but you know that might change, but 54,000 miles. It's got the Ford EcoBoost V6 turbocharged transmission, motor. It's the same motor they put in a lot of the Ford pickups. It's a EcoBoost 3.6 liter, I think, something like that. So automatic transmission, of course. I bought it. It was a 15-passenger van. That's why it has the windows around it. It had 15 passenger seats in it. I gutted all that out, and on the inside I've made a small one-person camper van, and it's not big enough for 2 people, so that's why I'm getting rid of it, because we're going to go traveling in the RV full time. Therefore, there's not enough room for both, Pam and I in this. So that's why I bought the motor coach over there. Don't need both of them, so I'm going to sell this. Let's see what else about it. Oh, I put new tires on it. Well, when I bought it, it had these tires on it, and as you can see, they still have the tits on there. Very, very new tires. They're not brand new, but they're very new. I just didn't like the tread pattern because there's street treads and everything, and I wanted a more aggressive tire. So I went and put the Bridgestone all-terrain tires on it, and they have the mud grip, I guess. And I put them all the way around. They're a little bit bigger tires, you can see. So there's a set of 6 of these that will go with the van. What else? I took the solar off. If people have been watching the channel and know, and they watched the van build video, I had 900 watts of solar. I took those 3 panels off and the charge controller off. Everything else is still there. All the cables are still there. The batteries are still there. The gel batteries. Oh, doggone it. I'm trying to think of the word of them. The glass, AGM batteries, absorbed glass mat batteries. I don't remember the brand name. I think Duracell maybe. There's 6 of those, and they're $250 a piece. So there's $1,500 just in batteries alone. So so the batteries are in there. All the cabling, all that stuff is there. Just the charge controller and the solar panel are gone, because I needed those on the big bus. It'd be very simple to just add those back to you, or to it. So the only reason I haven't done that, haven't put more solar panels on it and everything, is I don't want to buy anything else in case it doesn't sell to somebody. I take it down to the Ford dealer or whoever. They probably won't want all the camper van stuff on the inside. I may have to gut it. Oh, hate to say that, but I may have to gut it and take all that stuff out, rip it out, throw it in the fire and burn it, I guess, and sell it as a cargo van. Okay, so if that's the case, I don't want to put any more work into it unless I need to. Now if somebody wants to buy it and they want me to put a solar panel on it, I can put a panel on it and get a charge controller and get that all hooked up for you. What? My neighbor's cat's over here. All right, so enough of that. I took all the solar and the mounting bracketry that was up on the roof. I took all that off, so it's smooth on the top except for the Fantastic fan, or Max Air fan. With that, let's take you inside and show the interior. All right, here we are coming into the side door of the RV, and as you can see, it's 85% done. It's not completely done, but it's 85% done. Still there's the driver's compartment and everything. I took the passenger seat, just unbolted it and turned it around. I'm looking for a swivel. Couldn't, just never did find one. I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't found one yet. But that can be undone. Just take the bolts out and turned right back around facing forward, just like it was from the factory. The idea was to have this as a lounge chair. Let me set this down and use the other camera. The idea was to sit down here. This is my lounge chair in the evening. You can sit here and get a little footstool. And you can sit here and you can watch TV throughout the night, okay? YouTube, obviously, and I wanted to have a desk. Well, I'm going to hold my laptop here on my lap all the time. Nope. You can swing this around, okay? It's fairly stiff because it's new. But you can bring that around and put your laptop right up here. Eat dinner, it's a table, okay? It swings right back out of the way. Like I said, it's very stiff because it's new. That goes right back over there and it stays. I got storage underneath here and storage underneath the TV. What else? Got a little bit of factory overhead storage right here. What else? The overhead cabinets here. I painted the inside of these. I liked that, so I'm going to paint the inside of these. Like I said, hadn't got around. Just so busy with life and everything, haven't had a chance to get to a lot of that stuff. But paint the inside of that. There's a, you know, this is where you put your dishes and stuff, I guess, and spice rack, that kind of thing. Got drawers down below, just like in your house. Just they're soft close drawers. You see they'll slowly close. Got 3 drawers there. Got 2 more drawers here. I haven't got mounted yet. They're done. Just need to be mounted. I can do that for you too. I really don't want to do a whole lot more work on this because I'm so busy with other things, but this is, like I said, a really, really good start for somebody who wants to do the van life. If they want to live in a van, doing this van life living, this is well on the way to being a very self-sufficient home on wheels. As you can see, I got my neighbor's cat keeps coming in. I have the refrigerator on the right side. It's a brand new, bought it at Lowe's, I think. It's a Frigidaire apartment-sized AC refrigerator, AC only. That runs off the battery banks and the solar that you can put back on there. When you're driving down the road, you think that door would come open. Well, there's a little lock down here at the bottom, and here's the key, and you just lock that, and it can't come open that way. So there's that refrigerator there. There's shelves right here, and then you can put doors on there if you'd like. What else? Oh, lighting. Right here's a little light switch, regular Home Depot light switch for your house, running these LED strip, and there's another switch. There's 2 switches here, and I was going to put another strip over here maybe somewhere. Have lighting on both sides. I hadn't got to that part. I figured one's enough for now. What else? Propane stove. Propane tank goes underneath here. You hook it all up. There's the control right here, and there's your propane heat or propane stove. The inverter. There's enough electricity. You could run like a induction heat stove, an induction cooktop, and you can put it right up here and just plug it in. What else? The sink and all the plumbing, all that works. Let me show you. We'll get to the plumbing and all that later. Now this front here, I never did figure out what to do with this front area. Maybe somebody's got a better idea than me. Put some wood on here somehow and stain it. Maybe just tape it all off and paint it a brown color or something so it kind of matches. Never did quite get that far. Like I said, it's 80% done. A little bit of work over here still needs to be done. Of course, all the doors, if you'd like to put doors on it. A lot of people don't want doors because you have to open doors like this. It's just right there it is. So it's your preference. And it's done to this point. You can either put doors on it or just leave it the way it is. What else? Oh, the countertop. It's that poured acrylic countertop. And it kind of has a, let me turn this around. It kind of has a cowhide look. It's actually, it was the cloth that I put underneath there was a camouflage, kind of a brown colored camouflage, brown and greens. And when you put the acrylic on it, it turned it a whole different color. Now it looks like a brindle cow, cowhide. It's really came out neat. And of course you got the sink, and there's the spout goes right in there. I just left it off for now so it doesn't get broke while I'm working on things. What else? You can put doors or curtains up here, whatever you'd like. Doors or curtains up here, whatever you'd like. Air conditioning. It doesn't have a roof-mounted air conditioner. The only thing I have for an air conditioning in here is the van itself, okay? It has the front dash air conditioning, but it also has the rear air conditioning back in the corner that was stock from the factory. I plumbed that up to this vent right below the camera here. Let's show you here. Right below the camera, there's this vent, just a regular household type vent. And I'll show you when we go around the back, I'll show you how that is plumbed and everything. But that blows air conditioning. When I'm driving down the highway, these controls right here run that fan and the air conditioning and the heater back there, okay? And that's the air conditioning you have. The idea was to travel where the weather's nice. You don't need air conditioning, don't need heating. Wherever you're at, it's 70, 80 degrees out during the day, and it gets down to the 50s at night, and you sleep well. And that's what I planned on doing. So, I guess that's it for here. Let's go around back and show you the batteries. All right, walking around the back of the van, and this is the back of it. As you can see, this is where the refrigerator used to sit, right up in here. This is the air conditioning vent that I'll tell you about here in a second. And there's the batteries, there's the water, there's the electronics for the solar. Okay, now what we have here is the air conditioning for the van. This is the original Ford van air conditioners behind us. That's the way it came from the factory. I didn't touch any of that. It's never been tapped into. It always has worked fine. Oh, that's my neighbor's cat. Anyway, so that blows up through a tube up in here, and then I tied in right here with housing type vent tubes, and that goes to that register that blows out into the coach, into the interior. Since we're up in this area right here, this is where the charge controller would go. Solar panels come from the roof. I got a little extra cable here, runs down into this on-off switch. That's, you know, when you're not using any of the system, you can turn both of them off, and the whole thing comes dead. You plug this in, it goes into the inverter, or not the inverter, the charge controller. Come on, cat, get down. And then this is the cables that come out of the charge controller down into the batteries, and then from the batteries comes back up through into the inverter. And that is the friendliest cat. It never gave me the time of day any other time. So anyway, that's the air conditioning, that's the solar system, and here's the water tank. Now, this water tank came from Tractor Supply. It's an ATV weed sprayer, basically. It's from North Star, is the company that manufactured by North Star. And it's a 26-gallon weed sprayer that goes on the back of an ATV, and a farmer can take that and drive out into the field with this weed sprayer and spray all his weeds and kill all that. Anyway, that's what it is. It was brand spanking new, and I put fresh water in it. Never had any weeds or anything like any pesticides in it or anything like that. So it's been brand new, clean from day one. It came with its own its own motor. Come on, cat, get out. It came with its own motor, which all you got to do is plug it in. Okay, once you plug it in, there's a switch inside that turns it on and off, and it has the water goes up in, and so it's just cold water. There's no hot water on this. And let me think, what else? Oh, showers. You can go back to showers. You can go back to my videos in Alaska, when I went to Alaska, and I showed how I take a shower in this thing. But basically, there's a big tub. It's basically a feed tub from like a feed store. It's a feed tub, a rubber-made feed tub, and I set it right on the floor right here. Okay, and then hang curtains around here, and you take a shower inside that curtain. Well, how do you get water? Well, a weed sprayer. You take a weed sprayer, you put some hot water in it, boil the water, put it in it. Put 2 gallons of cold water and 1 gallon of boiling water in this weed sprayer. You pump it up, and you got pressurized warm water, and you can take a shower in it. It's very, very basic. That's what I wanted, though. I wanted something very, very basic that didn't have a lot of complications. That's when I was building this. That was the idea behind it. And I think a lot of people that do this van life stuff, they get their showers like at 24-hour fitness or the YMCA, that kind of thing. Gym memberships. So that's what a lot of people do. But so anyway, that's what we got. The van. It's how much people want to know, or people are going to ask, how much you want to sell that for? What's the price? The van itself is worth about $22,000. I've got 1,500 watts worth, or $1,500 worth of batteries in it. The inverter was $200, so I got a whole set of tires, another set of tires that goes with it. All the work and the woodworking and fully insulated and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to follow along, see how this thing was built, go onto my main page and you'll see playlists. And in the playlist, there's one called Van Build, and you can watch. It's not an exact how-to. It's like a progress report more. You show you how I did some of the stuff and built it, and then showed you the next day how I built it and what I did. It wasn't an exact how-to turning every little screw, but it gives you a really good idea how this thing was built. So with that, let's see, we're 22 plus 1,500 plus, I don't know, maybe 500 for wood and material like that, plus incidentals that I can't think of right off the hand. Let's say about 1,000. So 22 plus 15 plus 1,000. What is that? I got to add up in my head here. Okay, that comes up to $2,450 roughly. So let's just say, with all the work I'd put into it and everything, let's say 27,000. Okay, so 27,000. If you're interested in it, we'll talk. Okay. To get a hold of me, send me an email. At the front of every video, I have my email address. It's sasnakvideo@yahoo.com. So. Oh. They hauled her calf off yesterday. She's battling trying to find her calf. So yeah, sasnakvideo@yahoo.com, and send me a message and we'll talk. So that's what I'm thinking is around 27,000. Okay. So, ciao.